Hey, what's up guys? Bryan here, Fuel Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Can It Game, the series where we check if your favorite devices can handle real gaming. Today, we're looking at the Honor Pad X9a. It looks great for media and schoolwork, but the real question is, can it game? Let's find out. The Honor Pad X9a comes with an 11.5-inch TFT LCD display at a sharp 1504 by 2508 resolution. It supports a smooth 120Hz refresh rate and goes up to 400 nits of brightness. It's not OLED, but the refresh rate makes scrolling and animation feel fluid. Inside, it's powered by the Snapdragon 685 paired with a Adreno 610 GPU. This is a mid-range chipset built on a 6nm process, and it runs Android 15 with Magic OS 9. Day-to-day navigation feels fluid, but this isn't a gaming-focused chip. You can get it with either 6GB or 8GB of LPDDR4X ROM, and both models comes with 128GB of UFS 2.2 storage. There's no microSD slot here, so storage expansion is not an option. Battery is one of the strongest points of this tablet. It packs an 8300 mAh cell with support for 35 watts wired charging. That's enough to get through a full day in mixed use without reaching for the charger. In terms of extras, the tablet has a slim metal build, quad stereo speakers for a more immersive sound experience. There's no headphone jack, so you'll be using wireless earbuds or a USB-C adapter. Now for the benchmarks, we'll flash the numbers on screen. These results suggest it will be fine for basic gaming, but demanding titles will be tough to handle. To get a real idea of gaming performance, we tested 5 popular games. Each one was played at default graphics settings for 30 minutes, and we measured both average frame rate and the surface temperature. Default settings matter because that's what most people will use out of the box, and it also gives us a realistic baseline for casual use. Starting with Call of Duty MOBA. The Pad X9a managed a consistent 60 frames per second with an average temperature of 36 degrees Celsius. Gameplay was smooth, and I didn't notice any big frame drops. This is a great result since COD Mobile is widely played and well optimized, and it shows this tablet can handle fast-paced shooters. Mobile Legends also run at 60 frames per second, with the tablet warming slightly to 37 degrees Celsius. Even during team fights, the gameplay stayed responsive and fluid. This makes the Pad X9a an easy recommendation for anyone who mainly plays MOBAs. It won't give you an unfair advantage, but it's reliable and steady. They started to dip with Genshin Impact. The tablet only managed an average of 35 frames per second with temperature rising to 39 degrees Celsius. It's playable, but the experience is noticeably less smooth, especially in combat or while exploring busier areas. The warmth also becomes more noticeable after half an hour. If Genshin Impact is your main game, you'll want to lower expectations or lower the graphics further. On the brighter side, Asphalt 9 ran better than expected. The Pad X9a hit close to 60 frames per second and stayed around 38 degrees Celsius, raising look sharp and responsive, with only occasional dips. This shows that well-optimized games can still run impressively on this hardware, giving you an enjoyable arcade racing experience. Finally, we tried Zenless Zone 0, and this is where the tablet hit its limit. Average frame rate was just 15 FPS, with the device warming to 38 degrees Celsius. It was basically unplayable. But even then, the Pad X9a clearly doesn't have the GPU power for it. So overall, the Pad X9a can comfortably handle light and mid-tier games like COD Mobile, Mobile Legends, and Asphalt 9. The silver lining is that even when struggling, the device didn't overheat beyond 39 degrees Celsius. It stayed comfortable to hold, but you'll definitely feel the limits of the hardware in newer games. Outside of gaming, the Honor Pad X9a is actually very well balanced. The 120Hz screen and quad speakers make it excellent for media, whether that's YouTube, Netflix, or just browsing. Magic OS 9 on top of Android 15 is smooth, and features like split screen multitasking make good use of the big display. Battery life is strong as well. The 8300 mAh cell can last a whole day of streaming, browsing, and some gaming. On the flip side, the gaming performance is limited. Heavy games really push the Snapdragon 685 beyond its comfort zone. And without microSD slot, you're capped at 128GB of storage. The missing headphone jack might also be inconvenient for players who prefer wired audio. Honor priced the Pad X9a at 10,999 pesos for the tablet alone. At this price, the Pad X9a sits firmly in the entry-level tablet market. And for the mix of features it offers, it feels like a solid value. So the real question is, can it game? The answer is yes, but with limits. The Honor Pad X9a is great for casual and moderately demanding games. Games like COD Mobile, Mobile Legends, and Asphalt 9 run well, and the high refresh rate makes them look and feel even smoother. But if you're into graphically demanding games like Genshin Impact, this tablet won't deliver a smooth experience. As a whole though, the Pad X9a is a strong budget tablet. It's perfect for students, casual gamers, and anyone who wants a reliable all-rounder for under 12,000 pesos. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and also visit our website gaming.yugatech.com for more gaming stuff, news, and reviews. This has been Brian, and see you again on the next one.